Good morning, Google Plus, Facebook, YouTube, family and friends, anybody who takes 5 minutes to watch this video. Um, Sunday morning, I just wanted to post this really quick because I never thought in a million years we would be still talking about Chick-fil-A and its views and spending on gay rights issues. I guess it's a very good thing to finally have a discussion in the public about this. So thank you, Dan Cathy. Just want to hit a couple things real quick, kind of hopefully to calm down some of my more liberal friends who I appreciate your zealotry, but I think it's important to keep perspective and also to address the people who are just glossing over the root of the boycott and are taking this as a free speech attack. One, to the mayors of this great country who have been coming out very strongly against Chick-fil-A, I appreciate the sentiment, but both Boston Mayor Marino and Rahm Emanuel, I think, took a little bit of a step too far. I don't think that government should ever be withholding permits to a business based off of your own moral beliefs. And it's not because I don't agree with their beliefs. I obviously do. But it's because that can be used for other people as well. Uh, I wouldn't be happy if a town in Alabama or Mississippi, looking at you, Mississippi, tried to close down Planned Parenthood clinics, for instance, because they had a moral reservation against it, to deny licenses. And the same should be true of the opposite side of any political spectrum. Um, Aside from that, though, I do think that the Philadelphia Council actually had a very good response to Chick-fil-A, which is essentially to say, your views are not in lock with our city. You're still welcome to apply for business permits, but you should be aware that your views and values do run counter to the majority of our citizens. That way, you're on record as coming out against the speech that is really discriminatory, um, but you aren't overstepping your bounds as an elected official. So that's my first statement. And my second thing is to those who keep trying to frame this as a boycott is based on Dan Cathy's views. I think it's important, very important, that you understand this boycott is not based on Dan Cathy's views for the majority of people. It's based on Chick-fil-A's spending. And it's their spending to religious institutes to institute religious doctrines into a secular institution. That's a very important distinction to make. Free speech is free speech, I completely agree, and money is free speech. However, the framers of our Constitution very specifically stated that the government should not be putting anything into place with respect to the practice or worship of one's religion, and putting religious doctrine into secular institutions. And let's not forget, the issuance of marriage licenses. Marriage licenses is a secular event. It is done by judges, it is done by justices of the peace, as well as preachers, priests, and reverends, and rabbis, and imams, and flower child priestesses, and Unitarian Universalist preachers, and Church of Eternal Life. There's so many ways to be married in this country. It is not a Christian union, it is not an Islamic union, it is not a religious union. It is a secular union as far as the government is concerned. There's a way for them to track financial units of two individuals who have joint finances and contribute to society as a pair. Um, if someone would like to make an argument that Chick-fil-A is donating to an organization that is not trying to enshrine religious principles but has a legitimate secular reason for restricting access to marriage to gay couples, I would love to hear it, and I would encourage you to either post a video response or post in the comments below, because I have yet to hear that argument made. And indeed, I'll include also below the links to the Proposition 8 transcript, which goes over both sides of this discussion very thoroughly with attorneys who are supposed to have fleshed out their opinions and experts to back them up. And what the courts have found every time that case has been reviewed is that there is not a logical, secular reason for the government to deny access to marriage rights to gay couples. So, with that being said, for a company to spend money to enshrine religious doctrine into a secular institution, meaning the government, is wrong and unconstitutional. Therefore, that is where my boycott comes from. The fact that Chick-fil-A is currently donating money and completely ignoring the fact that they are violating basic tenets of the Constitution that allows them to speak so freely about their beliefs and their religions. So for me personally, I would just like to say to everyone out there, if you don't like gay people, you probably aren't going to be my friend, but to each their own. I hope that your life is full of joy and happiness, and I hope no one ever tries to restrict your rights. I would just simply ask that if you wish to pass laws that are going to affect me and not affect you, that they not be based on your religion, because it's wrong, it's unconstitutional, and quite frankly, it's un-American. So, If you would like to have a discussion about why I should not be allowed to marry my fiance and my boyfriend who I've been with for 5 years, and you have reasons that you would like to discuss that are not directly derived from a holy book of some sort, I would be more than happy to have that discussion. But until we're having that discussion, you're trying to put religion into my government. I wouldn't want to force your wife to wear a burqa, and I sure as hell think you probably wouldn't want to. That's also a personal decision. When we talk about Sharia law, things of that nature, no one likes people's religions being forced into government. America is not about that. We are not a theocracy. We will never be a theocracy. We have never been a theocracy. So let's not start that now. I would appreciate any comments or questions or discussion or response posts because I think it's an important conversation to have. So, love your faces. I just copied Philip Franco. Did not mean to do that. But have a good Sunday. And love them. Love each other. Life's too short. Love each other.